October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Allie's live just outside Williamsville to share more about how you can protect your breast health. Allie.
Well, getting a mammogram is critically important, but you don't have to take my word for it. I'm joined by one of the experts here at Roswell Park, Dr. Mariola Poss, to explain why mammograms are important and who should be getting one. Doctor, thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thanks for being here.
So let's break it down to its very basic level. What is a mammogram?
So a mammogram is in essence an x-ray, and it's looking at your breast tissue to let us know if there's any abnormalities that we see, so we know if we need to work something up.
And who should be getting them?
So all women should start getting mammograms at age 40. That's our recommendation of average risk. Of course, there are women that have other factors, family history, history of atypical cells that need more frequent screening, but we recommend mammograms at age 40.
You know, it can be nerve-wracking for women who haven't yet had a mammogram. What is that process like? How do you try to kind of ease some of those jitters as someone comes in for a first-time appointment?
Sure. Well, you know, there's a lot of concerns some women have about discomfort with mammograms or just nervous about, getting the results. So we really try to make it a warm and friendly environment. I encourage women just to be open with the techs who are doing their mammograms in terms of, I'm nervous, I've had this experience in the past, so we can make it as comfortable as possible. Obviously here in the office we try to make it a nice, warm, welcoming environment, and we're always open to answer any questions women have beforehand so we can make them as comfortable as possible.
Yeah, once again, we are at Breast Care of Western New York, just outside the village of Williamsville, one of two locations, in fact, that Roswell Park does mammograms. Is that right?
Correct. So we have mammogram ultrasound services here in the office, as well as breast MRI. And then we also have our Roswell downtown location, which obviously has all the same services as well. So it's the same as if you went to the downtown location in terms of the imaging and who's looking.
And I think it's important to note that 90% of the time, out of 100 patients, these mammograms come back normal.
That's correct. But for those, smaller proportion of women who have an abnormality, the earlier it's found, the better. And that's why it's so important to get your mammogram every year.
Dr. Poss, thank you for going over some of those important facts about getting your mammogram this morning. There is a QR code on your screen that you can scan right now to schedule your mammogram. As Dr. Poss just said, a yearly mammogram is important, especially if you're over the age of 40 or if there are other risk factors once you hit the age of 25. Scott, we're going to send it back to you.